Greetings. We continue today with part 2 of the message on the name of God, Jehovah Jireh. We should note that sometimes names were designated by God's messenger to be given to children before their birth, testifying to his omniscience. Probably the two most famous are the fact that they were told to name John the Baptist John, and the angel said to name Jesus, Jesus. But let's consider some Bible examples of information conveyed by the names given. For instance, the name Isaac means laughter. Abram means exalted father. Abraham means father of a multitude. Jacob means supplanter or trickster, but Israel means a prince with God. Simon means a hearer. Peter means a rock. We need to understand that the names by which God has revealed himself to man are also given to us for information as well as identification. God's dealings with Abraham, as recorded in Genesis 22, were designated to teach Abraham a particular name of his. That name, according to Genesis 22:14, was and still is Jehovah Jireh. This is one of many compound names which God revealed of himself in the Old Testament. Jehovah is God's name of covenant relationship to man concerning redemption. In Hebrew, it was written with just 3 letters, a Y, a W, and an H. It was the ancient name Yahweh, which is our name, Jehovah. The great I am, our Redeemer. Again, Jehovah is God's name of covenant relationship to man concerning relationship. And Jehovah is identified in the King James by the spelling in all capital letters, Lord, L-O-R-D. And here in Genesis 22:14, Jehovah is compounded with the word Jireh, meaning to see. This compound means I am who sees. Or as the King James says, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. According to ancient scholars and the long-held tradition, this Mount Moriah is the same mount upon which God would give his son for us. This is the place where God asked Abraham to give his son as a sacrifice to him. As we now examine this revelation of God to Abraham, let us discern 3 primary ways in which Jehovah Jireh is a God who sees to it even today. We'll look at God will see to it, God will be seen, and God will make it clear. So let's consider each of these 3 thoughts in their context and allow it to strengthen our faith, encourage and assure us that Jehovah Jireh will see to it. Number 1, God will see to it. This is provision or supply. God sees and supplies many times before we even ask him to do so. The timing of the provision or supply demands that we understand that this fact is true. Notice that Genesis 22:1 states that God allowed Abraham to be tested or tried after these things. A clear understanding of what we're witnessing cannot happen unless we consider the answer to the question, after what things? Number 1, after his call from the Ur of Chaldees. The scriptures do not give his age when this happened. 2, after his call from Haran. The scriptures do give his age as 75 when this happened. 3, after the covenant of promise with God. Again, the scriptures giving an age of 75 when this happened. 4, after his failures in Egypt and Gerar concerning Sarah. Note that Abraham began a family trait of telling half-truths. And someone has said half-truths are still whole lies, which persisted in his family to the 4th generation, and we'll consider that next time.